Have you ever wanted to change your life, but couldn't even start? Have you ever promised yourself, "Tomorrow I'll begin," yet tomorrow never came? Do you know what it feels like to watch days pass while your dreams stay still? You are not alone. We all face that silent enemy called laziness. It hides in comfort. It whispers, "Rest a little more." And before we know it, months are gone. But there is a way to break free. A way to take back control of your time, your mind, and your life. If you've ever been tired of wasting your potential, this story is for you. In a small mountain town, there lived a young man named David. He was 25, worked at a local bookstore, and spent his evenings dreaming of a bigger life. He wanted to become a writer someday, to tell stories that would inspire others. But every morning, he woke up late. He said, "Just 5 more minutes." Those minutes became hours. His dreams waited, while he scrolled through his phone. He watched friends leave the town, chasing their goals. While others climbed mountains of success, David could barely climb out of bed. People in the village liked him, but they whispered, "He has talent, but no fire." He knew they were right. Deep down, he felt a constant weight, a quiet shame for what he could be, yet wasn't. Every night, he promised to change tomorrow. And every tomorrow looked the same. One rainy afternoon, David sat by the window of the bookstore. Raindrops tapped against the glass, like a clock counting his wasted time. He opened a book that had been sitting on the shelf for months. It was titled, "The Two Roads Within." Inside, someone had written a note. "Change does not come when you are ready. It comes when you are tired of being the same." Those words stirred something inside him, but he still felt lost. Later that evening, an old man entered the store. He was a traveler with a long coat and gentle eyes. He bought the same book David had been reading. Before leaving, he looked at David and said, "You look like a man standing between two roads." David blinked. "What do you mean?" The old man smiled. "One road is easy. It is soft, warm, and safe, but it leads to emptiness. The other is hard. It demands discipline and pain. Yet at the end, there is light." He placed 2 stones on the counter, one smooth, one rough. "Each morning you must choose which road you walk." And then he left. David turned the stones in his hand. One was cold and polished, the other sharp and heavy. He didn't fully understand the lesson, but something in his chest began to stir. That night, he couldn't sleep. The words, "Two roads," echoed in his mind. He realized, every time he slept in, every time he said, "Later," he chose the easy road. His heart felt heavy. For the first time, he saw his laziness, not as comfort, but as a cage. The next morning, before the sun rose, David opened his eyes. The world was still dark. He felt the cold air touch his face and whispered, "Today, I choose the hard road." He wanted to sleep more, but he remembered the stones. He held the rough one in his palm, feeling its edges dig into his skin. That small pain reminded him of his promise. He made tea, sat at his desk, and wrote a single page. It wasn't perfect, but it was a start. Days passed, then weeks. Some mornings he failed. Some nights he wanted to quit. But each time, he chose again. He told himself, one step is better than none. He learned to work. Even when he didn't feel ready, he stopped waiting for motivation. Instead, he built discipline, brick by brick. Soon, the people in the village noticed. The boy who used to sleep late was now awake before dawn. They saw light in his eyes that wasn't there before. 1 year later, David finished his first book. He called it The Rough Stone Path. It was a simple story about a man who learned to fight his laziness and build his life. When the book was published, readers from all over the country wrote to him. They said his words changed them. David realized something beautiful. By fighting his laziness, he had helped others fight theirs. Now, David still keeps the 2 stones on his desk. Every morning, he touches the rough one before he starts writing. It reminds him of that rainy day and the old man's lesson. The smooth stone represents comfort. The rough one represents growth. He learned that laziness isn't about rest. It's about fear. Fear of failure, fear of change, fear of trying. But once he faced that fear, his life became bright and clear. He walks the hard road every day now. And that road, though tough, feels like freedom. When villagers pass by his window, they smile. They say, "He found his fire." And David smiles back, because he knows the fire was there all along. It just needed effort to burn. He broke laziness, not by waiting for energy, but by choosing action over comfort. So, my friend, every one of us has 2 roads inside. One leads to comfort, the other to growth. You know which one you've been walking. If you feel stuck, don't wait for motivation to find you. It never will. Start small. Make your bed. Read 1 page. Take 1 step. Because each step builds strength, and strength builds change. You don't need to be fast. You just need to begin. Start today, even if you don't feel ready, because the longer you wait, the heavier the chains of laziness become. Remember, discipline is the bridge between who you are and who you want to be. If this story touched your heart, my dear listener, give it a like, share it with someone who needs hope, and subscribe to The Rising Tale. For more stories that awaken your spirit and improve your English, we'll be here every week, sharing simple tales that change lives, 1 word at a time. Thank you for listening. Keep walking the hard road, and I'll see you in the next story.